Welcome to Cambridge Chemistry channel. Be sure to like the video and subscribe it. Really helps the channel to grow. Today I will be solving Cambridge O-level chemistry paper 1 and multiple choice question 5070 uh, for examination from 2023. This is a specimen paper. Now let's start. Stearic acid has a melting point of 69 degrees centigrade. A heated sample of pure stearic acid is cooled and the temperature is recorded every minute for 30 minutes. A graph of the results is shown. Which process occurs between 8 and 12 minutes? This is 8 minute and this is 12 minutes. So stearic acid has a melting point of 69 degrees centigrade. Sample of pure is cooled. This is going to cool. This is cooling curve basically. This is time 10, 20 and 30. It has a melting point 69 degrees centigrade. So this is its melting point. So at this point all solid is going to melt, and at this temperature it is in liquid states. So we have to identify that which process occurs between 8 and 12 minutes. So at this point is going to liquid is going to solidify, and at between 8 till 10 minutes it is going to solid. So at this point it is going to solid, and over here solid. Liquid and solid. Liquid start solidifying, and over here till 8:12 it all liquid is converted into solid. So this is freezing point. Question number 2, which statements are correct? The volume of a gas at constant pressure increases as the temperature increases. Volume of gas at constant pressure increases as the temperature increases. Yes, volume of gas is increases. This is correct statement. When the pressure of a gas is increased, the particles move closer. Yes, it is also correct, because pressure is inversely proportional to volume of gas. When pressure is going to increase, volume is decreased, so particles come closer to each other. The pressure of a gas at constant volume decreases as the temperature increases. Pressure of a gas at constant volume decreases as the, yes, it is also correct. The pressure of a gas at constant volume decreases as the temperature increase. So at constant volume it is not decreases. At constant volume pressure is not decreases. So this is incorrect. 1 and 2 is correct, so B option is correct. Which substance would diffuse most quickly? The substance which have lower MR and at higher temperature. Carbon dioxide 44 degrees centigrade, carbon dioxide 44 degrees centigrade, 44 mR at 0 degrees centigrade. At 25 degrees centigrade the rate of diffusion is increased. Neon at 0 degrees centigrade. No, this is not correct. 0 degree centigrade is very neon at 25 degrees centigrade. Same MR over here, but over here 0 degree centigrade. This option, in this option temperature is increased, so D is the correct option. Which diagram shows the arrangement of particles inside a balloon containing a mixture of the gases nitrogen and oxygen? Nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is this shape and oxygen is this shape. So balloon containing mixture of gases nitrogen. So this option is correct because this is incorrect because nitrogen and oxygen both exist in diatomic. This is diatomic, but this is regular arrangement of molecules, like all nitrogen atoms upward and oxygen atom downward. This is correct option because gases are in random motion, so there is no regular arrangement of the gases in mixture of gases. So this is the compound, so it is not correct because one is oxygen atom, one is nitrogen. This is not nitrogen and oxygen molecule. The ion, so C option is correct. Question number 5, the ions Q2 positive has 3 complete shells of electrons. What is Q? 3 complete shells. Calcium, after losing 2 electrons, calcium is present in period 4, so it has 4 shell. So after losing electrons, it has, calcium has 3 complete shell. So this is correct. So calcium is the best option. Magnesium has 3 shell. After losing 2 electron, it has 2 shell, so it is incorrect. Oxygen also present, oxygen is present in period 2, so after gaining 2 electron it has 2 shells. And sulfur, after gaining 2 electrons, it has 4 shells. So A option is correct. The symbol for 2 ions are shown. Which statement is correct? The fluoride ion contains more electrons than the sodium ion. Fluoride ion has more electrons. It has 10 electron after gaining. It has 10 electron after losing. So it is incorrect. Sodium ion contains more neutrons than the fluoride ions. It has 10 electron. It has 10 electron. 10 proton. Sodium ion contain more neutrons than the fluoride ions. Sodium ions has more neutrons than the fluoride ions. There is no change in the number of proton in the number of neutrons after losing or gaining of electron. So it has 10 neutron and it has 10 neutron. So it is incorrect. Two ions contain the same number of electrons as each other. Yes, this is correct. Question number 7. 2 isotopes of chlorine, Cl35 and Cl. Using these isotopes, how many different relative molecular masses are possible for the compound with molecular formula? It has C option 4. So you can identify like this. So calculate the MR of like this: Cl35, 35, 35, then use 35, 37 and 37, then use 35, 35, 37, and then 37, 37 and 37. So it has 4 possible molecular masses. So C is the best option. Question number 8. What happens to an atom of group 2 elements when it forms a compound with oxygen? Group 2, it bonds with two atoms of oxygen. No, it bonds with one oxygen atom. This is group X, 2 positive, and this is 2 negative, cancelled out XO. So this option is correct. It receives 2 electrons from an oxygen of oxygen tend to gain electron, while group 2 elements tend to lose electrons. So it is also it shares 2 electrons. No, it is also metals. Group 2 are metals and oxygen is non-metal, so ionic compounds are ionic compounds are formed. So it is incorrect. It transfers 2 electrons to an oxygen atom. Yes, group 2 has 2 electrons in valence shell, it tend to lose 2 electrons. Oxygen has 6 electrons in valence shell, so it tend to gain 2 electrons. So this is correct option. C2H6, the ammonia and H3 are covalent compounds. The dot and cross diagrams of these compounds are shown. C2H6, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Which statement are correct? A molecule ethane contains twice as many hydrogen atom as the molecule of ammonia. Ethane contains twice as many hydrogen atoms. So over here 3, so it has 6. This option is correct. An unreacted nitrogen atom has 5 outer electrons. Yes, unreacted nitrogen has 1 2 3 4 and 5. So this is correct. In a molecule of ethane, the bond between the carbon atom is formed by sharing 2 electrons, one from each carbon atom. Yes, it is also correct. So 3 states are correct, so option is A. Question number 10. A compound contains 70% by mass and of iron and 30% by mass of oxygen. What is the empirical formula Iron has 70%, oxygen has 30% mass. So calculate the empirical formula like this. This is mass, this is AR, this is mole, and in this way we find out mole ratio. Mole ratio is 1:1.5. So this is mole. So this is 1.5, whole ratio is multiplied with 2. So in this way 2:3. The option is B. Question number 11. The equation for the reaction between C2H4 and oxygen is shown. So this is the balanced equation. What is when the equation is balanced? What is X? X is 5 because 5 2s are 10, 4 2s are 8, and over here 2 10. So this is balanced equation and option is D. 25 gram of copper 2 sulfate crystals are heated to produce anhydrous copper 2 sulfate and water. What is the mass of anhydrous copper 2 sulfate form? So first we have 25 gram of hydrated copper 2 sulfate. First find out the mole of hydrated copper 2 sulfate, which is this is mass and this is mr. So by using this formula, mole is equal to mass over mr is equal to mole. We have mole 0.1. So find out the mole ratio. There is 1:1. So 1:1, 0.1 moles. So in this way mole of copper sulfate is 0.1 and mass is mole into mr of copper 2 sulfate. So in this way we have option is B, 16 gram. So next question is The relative formula mass of 4 compounds are given. A student has a 1 gram of sample of each compound. Which sample contains the highest number of moles of oxygen atoms? This is 0.00294. First find out the mole. This is mole, and then multiplied with the oxygen number atom. The oxygen number atom in aluminum oxide is 3, so multiplied by 3 to form 0.0294. Similarly, in this compound, oxygen atom is 1, and 1 over 80, 0.0125 into 1, 0.0125 are the mole. So I have find out all these moles. So 0.047, this is the highest number of moles, so option is D. Question number 14. 50 centimeter cube of 0.10 mole per dm cube silver nitrate is added to 150 centimeter 0.05 mole per dm cube sodium iodide in a beaker. After the reaction, solid silver iodide, this is the reaction, AgNO3 plus silver sodium iodide, silver iodide solid and sodium nitrate. This is AgNO3. AgNO3 has 0.0075 mole. So this is how to calculate. Divided by 1000 into 0.05. Mole is equal to concentration into volume. And silver nitrate has 0.005 mole, while sodium iodide has 0.0075 moles. So this is the mole of sodium iodide, and this is mole of silver nitrate. So when these two compounds react with each other to form silver iodide and sodium nitrate aqueous. After the reaction, solid silver iodide is present in the beaker. What else is present? So because sodium iodide is in excess amount, so we have sodium iodide and aqueous sodium nitrate along with silver iodide. So B option is correct. Sodium iodide and aqueous sodium nitrate, this is already present. So because sodium iodide is in excess quantity, so sodium iodide is present. Question number 15. When 0.1 mole of hydrocarbon C5H12 is completely combusted, it produces carbon dioxide and water. C5H12 plus 8O2, 5CO2 plus 6H2O. What is the volume of carbon dioxide produced when measured at room temperature and pressure? 1:5 and 0.1 ratio x is equal to, we have first we have moles of 0.1 hydrocarbon, and mole ratio between carbon dioxide and hydrocarbon is 1:5, 0.1 mole of hydrocarbon. So ratio x, so cross multiply it is 0.5. So volume of carbon dioxide is 0.5 into 24, which is equal to 12 dm cube. Carbon electrodes are used to electrolyze aqueous copper 2 sulfate. Which observations are made? Inert electrodes, copper 2 sulfate. So at anode, copper is deposited. At anodes, these are the ions. Sulfate ions, H positive, OH negative. So copper is less reactive than hydrogen ion, so copper discharge at the cathode. So at cathode, pink solid forms, and at anode, hydrogen OH ion so at anode oxygen gas is formed. Pink solid forms. At anode, colorless gas forms. Yes, oxygen is colorless. This option must be correct. Blue color fades. Yes, blue color fades. Colorless gas forms. No, this option is correct. So A option is correct. Question number 17. Electrolysis is used to plate a metal coin with silver. The coin is used as an electrolyte in a suitable electrode. Coin is used as an electrode in a suitable electrolyte. Which row is correct? Plate metal coin with silver nitrate. Electrolyte must be silver nitrate, and coin must be at cathode. This is coin at cathode, and silver is anode. Solution is silver nitrate. So this is cathode, and this is anode is silver metal, and silver nitrate is electrolytes. So which row is correct? Anode must be cathode and not silver chloride, silver nitrate. Aqueous solution should be used as an electrolyte. So this option is correct. Question number 18. An endothermic reaction has an activation energy of X. Which reaction pathway diagram is correct for this reaction? Endothermic reaction. This is endothermic reaction, and this is activation energy is correct. A option must be correct. This is activation energy correct, but this is exothermic energy profile diagram. This is exothermic. This is correct. This is endothermic. So this must be like this. X must be like this. This is endothermic reaction, but activation energy labeled wrong. So it is incorrect. A option is correct. Question number 19. The formation of liquid water from hydrogen and oxygen may occur in 3 stages. Which stage are endothermic? Hydrogen and oxygen are going to break down to form hydrogen atom and oxygen atom. Hydrogen and oxygen atom combine to form water. This is not endothermic. Breaking of hydrogen atom to form atom. Breaking of hydrogen molecule to hydrogen atom needs lot of energy. So this is endothermic. This is not endothermic. Water is going to break down into liquid. This is physical change, and gas when changes into liquid. This is exothermic. So which stages are correct? One only. Question number 20. In 4 separate experiments 1, 2, 3 and 4, nitric acid is added to an excess of marble pieces. In 4 separate experiments, nitric acid is added to an excess of marble pieces, and the volume of carbon dioxide gas formed is measured. In all 4 experiments, the same volume of nitric acid is used. The concentration or temperature at both concentration and temperature of the nitric acid are changed. The results of experiments are shown on the diagram. Volume of carbon dioxide. the same volume of nitric acid is used. The concentration temperature, or both concentration and temperature of nitric acid are changed. This is experiment 1 at this higher concentration. Higher concentration, this is concentration same, temperature is low. High temperature is low. Third experiment, concentration is low than 1 and 2. Fourth, concentration is same as 3, but temperature is lower than 3, sorry. So which statement is correct? A lower concentration of acid is used in experiment 3 than in 1. Yes, this is correct. So different moles are produced in this experiment 1, but over here less mole is produced, less product is formed. So lower concentration of acid is used in experiment 3 than in experiment 1. Experiment 4 is faster than experiment 3. No, this is incorrect. Experiment 3 is faster. The acid used in experiment 2 is of lower concentration than in experiment. No, concentration is same, but temperature is lower. So this is incorrect. The temperature of the acid is the same experiment 1 and 2. No, this is incorrect. 1 has higher temperature, 2 has lower temperature. Question number 21. The equation shows the reaction for the manufacture of ammonia. Which change will decrease the activation energy of the reaction? Decrease the activation of the adding a catalyst. Decreasing the temperature activation energy does not depend on temperature, concentration and pressure. So these are incorrect. 22. A reversible reaction is shown. Which changes increases the mass of precipitate form? This is precipitate. Adding more water. Yes, towards right. Adding aqueous sodium hydroxide. Yes, adding aqueous sodium hydroxide, BOCLS. Adding dilute HCl. No, dilute HCl dissolves the precipitates. So when we add HCl, reaction will shift backward. So 1 and 2 is correct. Question number 23. Sulfur trioxide is produced by the reversible reaction shown. Which change in condition will produce a greater amount of sulfur trioxide? Adding a catalyst. Catalyst does not affect the yield of the product. Increasing the pressure. Yes, increasing the pressure, reaction will shift the side with less number of moles. Over here 3 moles. On this side 2 moles. Increasing the pressure will produce a greater amount of sulfur trioxide at equilibrium. So this is correct. Increasing the temperature, reaction will shift backward and less yield is produced. Removing sulfur dioxide and oxygen, again equilibrium will shift backward. so more sulfur dioxide and oxygen is produced after decomposing of sulfur trioxide. Iron 2 ions react with chlorine. Which statement about this reaction is correct? Chlorine is reduced by iron 2 ions. Chlorine is oxidized. Chlorine is reduced. Yes, chlorine is reduced. 0 and -1. Chlorine is reduced by iron 2 ions. Yes, it is correct. Iron is oxidized, it is reduced. A option is correct. Chlorine is reducing agent. Chlorine acts as an oxidizing agent. Iron 2 ions are reduced by chlorine. No, iron ions are oxidized. Iron 2 ions are oxidizing. This is reducing agent. Question number 25. Which reactions involve oxidation and reduction? Chlorine gas reacting with aqueous potassium iodide. Chlorine plus potassium iodide to form KCl plus I2. Chlorine gas reacting with aqueous potassium iodide. Which reaction involves oxidation and reduction? This is chlorine is reduced, and iodide ion is oxidized. So this is a redox reaction. Oxidation reduction takes place. Dilute sulfuric acid reacting with magnesium. This is also redox. So this is redox reaction. Oxidation state is going to increase. Dilute hydrochloric acid reacting with aqueous sodium hydroxide. This is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is not redox. To form NaCl plus water. So this is not redox. All type of neutralization reactions are not redox. This is incorrect. So B option is correct, 1 and 2. Question number 26. Which statement about weak acid is correct? They are partially dissociated in aqueous solution. Yes, this is correct. Question number, they do not react with alkalis. They react with alkalis. They do not react with metal. They do. They form solution with pH values in the range of 0 to 2. They do not react. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. So they have 3 to 6. pH value range is 3 to 6. This is incorrect. A option is correct. Colorless aqueous solution of pH 13 is tested separately with methyl orange indicator and thymolophthalene indicator. Which row is correct? Color with methyl orange pH 13 is yellow. Methyl orange changes its color from 0 to 5 is red or orange, and after it is yellow. So methyl orange is yellow, and thymolophthalene indicate color with thymolophthalene indicator in sodium hydroxide is blue. So it is blue in color, thymolophthalene. So C option is correct. Question number 28. Which pair of reagent is suitable for preparing a pure sample of copper 2 chloride crystals? Aqueous copper 2 chloride is crystal, and suitable method for preparing copper 2 sulfate crystal is filtration and crystallization. Infiltration and crystallization. So excess method you can write down: excess metal carbonate, metal copper 2 oxide, and hydrochloric acid. Cu, so this is incorrect. Copper and aqueous sodium chloride also incorrect. Copper Copper is less reactive than sodium, so copper does not replace sodium from sodium chloride solution. Copper and dilute hydrochloride. Simple copper is less reactive than hydrogen ion, CuH positive. So copper cannot displace hydrogen ion because copper is less reactive than hydrogen ion. So copper 2 oxide is correct option, dilute hydrochloric acid. CuO use excess HCl to form, this is used in excess amount, which is going to filter and then crystallize. So D option is correct. Element X forms an oxide of X2O5. In which group of periodic table is X likely to be found? It is in group 5 because X2O5, in each group of the periodic table X is likely to be found. This is in group 5, P2O5. So P is X2O5. So phosphorus is present in group 5. The diagram shows the structure of an alloy. Which statement about alloy is correct? Alloys can only be formed by mixing copper or iron with other metals. No, this is not correct. Alloys can only be formed copper or iron with other metals. So different other metals can also be used. So that's why it is incorrect. Carbon and iron are the only two elements in stainless steel. No, there are different types of steel: chromium steel, manganese steel. So manganese, chromium are also used in stainless steel, so it is also incorrect. In an alloy there is attraction between positive ions and C of delocalized. Yes, this is correct. Characteristic feature of alloy has delocalized electron and there is attraction between positive ions and C of electrons. So which compound has the lowest percentage by mass of nitrogen? So in this way we have we will calculate the percentage by mass of nitrogen in given compound. First find out, so Mr is given, Mr of compound is given, and this compound nitrogen is 2, so total nitrogen mass is 28 divided by 60 into 100. This is the method how to calculate the percentage by by mass of any element in the given compound. So nitrogen over here is 2, so 40 AR is 14 and number of atoms is 2, so this will be 28, and almost in this option is 28, in this option nitrogen 3, so I have used 42, and because nitrogen is 14, 3s are 42, and this is ammonium nitrate, again 28 over 80. So the best option after calculating percentage by mass of nitrogen is B. Ammonium sulfate has 21, lowest percentage is 21%. The diagram shows the structure of 5 hydrocarbons. Okay, which 3 hydrocarbons are isomers of each other? 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. These two are isomers of each other because C1 2 3 4 5, C5 H12, and this is also C5 H12. So molecular formula same, but structural formula is different since these two are isomers. 1 2 3 4. This is not isomer because in this compound 4 carbon atoms are present, while in 1 and 2 5 carbon are there. 1 2 3 4, so 2 methyl 1 2 3 4 5 carbon is there. This is also isomer of this compound. So 1 2 and 4 are isomers. 1 2 3 in this, these two are isomers. 3 and 5 are isomers. Which 3 hydrocarbons are isomers of each other? 1 2 and 4. 1 2 and 4, so A option is correct. Question number 33. The diagram shows a fractionating column used in the separation of petroleum. Which row Which row explains why the fraction R is collected above fraction S? The diagram shows fractionating column used in the separation of petroleum. Which row explains why fraction R is collected above fraction S? Greater than boiling point of R greater than S. No, boiling point R is smaller than the S. This is incorrect. Greater than S. R is molecular mass is greater than S. R is greater than S. Yes, it is greater than S. MR is more, and boiling point is because the fraction with lower boiling point distills over at the top and gradually uh, and the higher boiling point at the bottom. So P has lower boiling point than Q, Q has lower boiling point than R, and R has lower boiling point than S, and T and U. Similarly, MR of U is more than T, T has more than S, and S has more MR than R, and Q and then P. So smaller than S. R has average molecular mass is smaller than S. Greater than S. No, smaller than S. T. Greater than S. Yes, boiling point of S is greater than R. No. Yes, it is greater, smaller than S. Average molecular mass MR of R is smaller than S. Boiling point of S is greater than R, smaller than S. R has smaller than S. Yes, this is correct. Not greater than S. Smaller than S. R has boiling point smaller than S, and MR of S is smaller than MR of R is smaller than S. Yes, it is correct. D option is correct. Which compound is an alkane? C13. So alkane formula is CnH2n. So justify this formula. 31 H32 62 64 64. So this is incorrect. This is correct option. C31 16 correct. C31 62 is alkene. This is of alkene. So C31 H64. Which row correctly describes alkanes? Alkanes are saturated. Yes, alkenes are unsaturated and result with shaken with aqueous bromine decolorizes. Aqueous bromine is decolorized. D option is correct. 36 a carboxylic acid with molecular formula C4H8O2 reacts with an alcohol with molecular formula C3H8O. This is butanoic acid and this is propanol. The compound should be propyl butanoate. 1 2 3 4. This is butanoate and this is propyl. So this option is correct. This is butyl propanoate. This is propanoate, propanoic acid, and afterward propanoate, and this is butyl. This is again butyl, so it is incorrect. This is butyl and this is butanoate. Butyl butanoate. This is incorrect. This is propyl butapropanoate, also incorrect. So B option is correct. The repeat unit of polymer is shown. Which monomer could produce this polymer? CH3Cl. CH3, it doesn't matter that CH3 placed above or below. So it should have same group of atom. This carbon and this group have same group of atom in the monomer. Carbon has CI3H, carbon has ClBr. So A option is correct. Which when heated, magnesium react with oxygen in the air to form magnesium oxide, a white powder. A student investigates a change in mass that occur during this reaction. The student is given a balance and the three sets of soot apparatus shown. Three sets of apparatus shown. Which sets of apparatus are suitable for this investigation? So magnesium is placed over here and air is passed on both sides. When white solid is formed, then it means the reaction is going to complete. So this must be correct. And crucible, so this method, this apparatus is also, this setup is also correct to calculate the reaction with magnesium and oxygen. So C and 2 and 3, C option is correct. Crucible, metal tongue, and heating this magnesium to constant mass. So this is not correct because mass of magnesium oxide is very lighter and it is going to evaporate. You need to weigh the mass of magnesium oxide after the burning of magnesium. So these two apparatus are suitable to investigate the change in mass that occur during the reaction. Question number 39. A student uses paper chromatography to find an RF value of Fe3. The result is shown. To make the spot containing F3 ion more visible, the paper is sprayed with aqueous sodium hydroxide so that a precipitate of iron 3 hydroxide forms. Under the conditions of the experiment, the RF value of Fe3 positive is given by RF value of Fe3. This is X and this is Y. So it is X over Y is given by X over Y, and the color of precipitate is red brown. So X over Y, not green, brown. B option is correct. Test on the aqueous solution of unknown compound P are shown in the table. Aqueous sodium hydroxide added. Green precipitate soluble in excess given a green solution. This is chromium. Dilute nitric acid added, then aqueous barium nitrate. Barium sulfate, white precipitate of barium. This is test of sulfate ion. Dilute nitric acid added, then aqueous silver nitrate. No precipitate, it means nitric and then aqueous silver nitrate. It means chloride, bromide and iodide are absent. So which ions are present in the P? So chromium ion and sulfate ion. B option is correct. Hopefully you got this paper. If you feel any query, confusion, then ask me in comment box. Please like the video and subscribe the channel. Okay, Allah Hafiz.